Hello, Amazon viewers. This review is for this COMFEE electronic tea kettle. And you can see that the top area here has two buttons and there is a LED readout here. I'm going to be making some matcha today. So here's the temperature gauge, and you can see that it has auto sets for some of the different teas that you might be producing. So this one is 175 degrees, which they recommend for matcha. It goes down to 50 degrees Fahrenheit there. This is the number of cups. So I'm only doing 1 cup, and then we're going to start it up. Now it's going to be blinking there, and you can see that the blue light comes on, and if this was a dark room, you would actually see that this lights up the whole kettle in a really cool way. I have this in our work office, so you can see right now we're at about 20 seconds, and there are some little bubbles starting to form down there. One of the things while we're waiting for the actual water to boil that I will show you that I don't love is how short the cord is. So, you know, if this was on a table and you had a plug or a wall outlet right below it, you would be in good shape. But if you do need to get to a ground level extension cord, or if your plug socket was on a different wall than you needed this, you might be in some trouble. So I wish the cord was a little bit longer on this. You can see that now at about a little under 1 minute, you have bubbles starting to form. Before this starts to get steamy, what I want to show you is this is in liters. This has water level in liters right here. That's important because this is the United States, and I think if they were able to list this in cups as well as liters, that would be a little bit, or even ounces instead of liters, that would be a little bit more helpful. Now, you can kind of hear it starting to boil, and you can see that the light shut off. And basically, we're at about 175 degrees here. Now, if I want to kick this up a bit, let's say I want to get that to 200. It's telling me it's at 162 right now. So that's another issue with this, is I had it set for 175. It's at 162 right now. After it does stop boiling, you'd be surprised at how quick the water temperature will drop. So you're going to need to get that in your cup fairly close afterwards. If you have more water in here, it's going to take longer to boil, obviously, but you can see how fast that was. In about a minute or in a minute and 20 seconds, you really, this unit was really cooking, I guess you could say. One of the downsides to this is you do need to, in order to pour it, you have to use this top area, which has a screen in it right there. And you'll see that you just kind of push the top open that way. If you needed to fill it, you can see that it does stay open right there. So, using a spout or something will help you fill it. But if you are filling this up using a measuring cup or other apparatus, it is a little bit hard with this piece, which doesn't fold down, to get that cup to fill in there without spilling on that. You don't need that to pour because this has you see it has a mesh screen in there, even though it tells you not to put the ingredients actually in the actual water. So you couldn't make soup in this or that type of thing. It's basically for boiling water. So I really don't know what the screen is for. But you can see this is the actual thing that heats the pot up. And you can pretty much hold it like that. And we're just going to pour this out into our matcha. And you see that's about 1 cup. We'll put this back on the stand for the next use. And 1 cup gives you a lot. Like a matcha or a cappuccino is probably going to be about half of one of the cups that you need. But there you go. That is my review for the COMFEE electric tea kettle.
Empieza a calentar rápidamente. y va cambiando, va indicando cuál es la temperatura del agua. Se apagó la luz LED, eso quiere decir que se apagó la cafetera y solamente está en 178 grados. Sigue actualizando, pero esto quedó en 180 grados, lo había puesto en 190 grados. Después de un rato se vuelve a encender completamente solo. Exacto, se prende y se apaga.
Change it to different, that's the current setting. You can also change it to different temperatures. And when you press it, if you're ready, you press this again. And then it starts here, lights up nice and blue, and boils pretty quickly. Use it basically every day, if not 2 times a day for tea, sometimes hot cocoa, and would highly recommend.